ChatGPT has become a must-have tool for work, but the real game changer has been in my life as a parent. When I'm overwhelmed or just exhausted, which is basically every day since I became a mom, ChatGPT comes to my rescue. From dinner meltdowns to playful reconnection after long days, I'll show you the 5 real ways I use ChatGPT with my kid. And the last one, it honestly saved my sanity. Let's talk about the robot in the room. To make the examples I'm about to show you actually useful, let's quickly get on the same page about what ChatGPT is and what it's not. And by the way, I'm Caro, and this is Raised by Intuition, helping you navigate parenting with research, instinct, and zero guilt. When I say I use ChatGPT, it doesn't mean I have outsourced parenting to a robot or that I become a screen zombie. At first, I thought AI was just another tech or productivity thing, but now it's more like having a chill co-parent who always has a good idea up its sleeve and never argues with me. Not to replace my intuition, but to actually help me find it again when I got nothing left in my tank. Late afternoons, especially after a long day, are when my energy dips and parenting tests my creativity the most. Which brings me straight to the first way I actually use ChatGPT. Dinner time without groceries and energy. Picture this. The fridge is half empty. Your toddler's hangry, and the idea of meal planning makes your eyes twitch. At this point, even deciding between pasta or rice feels like solving advanced calculus. I quickly tell ChatGPT what's in my fridge and pantry, and within 60 seconds, I got an easy, tasty dinner plan. But that's not exactly new ChatGPT advice, right? The real magic for parenting is when you also ask something like, how can my toddler join in and actually enjoy the cooking prep of this dinner? Suddenly, broccoli stems turn into paintbrushes and a baking sheet with all the spices, and cooking dinner becomes a mini play date. Thanks to AI-powered parenting, we're not just surviving dinner, we're actually nourishing our bodies and even our relationship. But even a perfect quesadilla won't stop an epic bedtime meltdown. I'm sure you know the scene. My toddler's locked in CarPlay mode, and suddenly PJs are the enemy. It's 7:45 and I've got exactly 0 creative ideas left on how to move towards an 8 p.m. bedtime. That's when I type ChatGPT and its deep research, and it even remembers my parenting style, secure attachment, positive discipline. And if I'm currently into a parenting book, right now it's How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen, I can even tell ChatGPT, okay, grounded in all these approaches, how can I gently handle my toddler's need for autonomy and still get him ready for bed? Unlike general parenting tips that leave me filling in the blanks, ChatGPT gives me precise suggestions tailored specifically to me and my kid, like a calm friend whispering exactly the right words in my ear. So, meltdown managed. But even after navigating the getting ready for bed storm, there's usually one more hurdle before my downtime, and it involves making up a story on demand. We always read books at bedtime with my son, but sometimes he wants a story about a very specific thing, like a baby raccoon who hates socks. On a good night, it jumpstarts my creativity. But sometimes after a long day, my brain's just mush. That's when Charlie, as my husband calls ChatGPT, steps in. We co-create a story together, screen-free. I put ChatGPT on listening mode, ask for a couple sentences at a time, and then my son and I add our own silly details. It's like having a storytelling assistant who doesn't care how ridiculous the plot gets. Yes, the raccoon got stuck in the laundry basket again, turning a draining moment into a bonding one. Storytelling is just one way to use ChatGPT creatively. But I'm curious, as you've been watching this video, what other parenting uses for ChatGPT have popped into your head? Drop your unfiltered ideas in the comments below so we can keep inspiring each other. And if you want more low-effort, high-connection parenting tips grounded in research, subscribe to my channel. Your kid's finally asleep, and you've got maybe 2 hours tops before collapsing yourself. How do you fill your own cup? You sit down, open Instagram, and start scrolling. You wish you had the energy for something more meaningful, but you're stuck, drained, and yet weirdly wired. But what if your evenings didn't always end like this? That's when I asked ChatGPT, what's one simple thing I can do tonight to feel more like myself? It nudges me towards tiny rituals like a quick writing prompt a short meditation, or even just setting a one-word intention. And if my partner's around and I'm actually up for hanging out, because let's face it, that's not always true, GPT gives me fun conversation starters that reconnect us without the extra mental load. But sometimes quick fixes aren't enough. What's swirling in my head needs more than a 5-minute reset, and I need to really talk things through. When I'm stuck in my head with how do I handle arguments with my partner without stressing our kid, or dealing with recurring stuff like what do I do when my kid wakes up screaming from night terrors again, I use ChatGPT as a sounding board, like a therapist friend who's magically available the second I need her. It doesn't replace actual therapy, obviously, but it offers enough guidance to help me feel grounded again. So is ChatGPT the secret to loving parenting? Well, it's not, but I'll tell you what is. ChatGPT cannot make every parenting moment amazing, but it helps me stay present in most of them. It's a tool I lean on when I need to stay soft, but everything around me feels hard. It won't raise your kid, but it might just raise you enough when you need it. But even ChatGPT can feel overwhelming when it floods you with ideas. And then add to the mix parenting advice from other people? Oof! It's an ocean of conflicting tips. That's exactly why my next video breaks down the 5 most watched TED Talks on parenting, showing you how to actually use their wisdom in real parenting life. See you there!